Magnífica.
Jukes. I see someone, but I don't think they're alive.
This house is clean.
Jumpy.
I know the dead zone. The only thing alive in here is the smell.
They're not coming back.
Well, if you're gonna ride out the apocalypse, no better way to do it than with some castles and crusades.
Hey, you too. Take only what you need.
Today's story comes to us from r/RPG Horror Stories. This is a story from about 15 years ago. I was GMing a game of Castles and Crusades. One player had a true neutral druid. The story involved the players investigating who was behind a sudden rash of goblin raids against a previously peaceful farming village, and if possible, put a stop to future raids. After a fight with a goblin raiding party, one goblin was still alive and had surrendered. The players questioned the goblin about who was coordinating the raids, but it soon became clear that he was just a lowly grunt with no real knowledge of the higher-ups. However, this is when the druid decided that he didn't believe the goblin. With the goblin tied up, he announced that he was getting his knife. "I'm going to make him talk," he said with a certain glee. He then threatened the goblin if he didn't reveal the commanding mastermind. I announced that the goblin was scared, but repeated in a cowering voice that he was ignorant of such things. Okay, he had his chance, the player said, and started to go into a graphic description of... I told him the goblin was screaming, but didn't reveal anything useful amidst his screams. The player, still convinced that he was hiding something, started to graphically At this point, it was clear that the other players were getting a little uncomfortable about the player's apparent sadistic glee in the graphic descriptions of torture. At that point, I stepped in and said, "Add evil to your alignment. By the way, an alignment change like that is going to result in you losing your druidic powers." That's when the player lost it. He said that since goblins were evil, according to the monster manual, it was okay to torture them for the greater good. Furthermore, he argued, true neutral simply meant that he could do anything, good or evil, to get the job done. Evil alignments, according to him, meant that evil acts were committed only for sheer pleasure. I stood firm and insisted that he had committed an evil act and the alignment change was justified. I then told him if we were to play any more games together, he would have to tone down the graphic torture scenes because it was creeping me out a little. That got him even angrier, and he accused me of implying that he didn't know the difference between fantasy and reality, i.e., everything in the game was just fantasy, so any content should be okay. That ended up being the last game I GM'd for the group. I ended up leaving the group not too long after for not altogether unrelated reasons.
Because if you get
Trollord Games, join the fray.
Through your 20s, a really, really good physical foundation will carry you for decades.
And I believe that 100%. Unfortunately, I'm 4 decades late.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And so, and it's never too late to start.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it could be. Nevertheless, if you have that foundation early on, it's easier to rebuild it later on in life.
We're live, by the way. I didn't tell you because you were talking. I want to interrupt you. But howdy, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I hope we sound okay. Everything good. Looks like we're good. Davis woke up early for us. It looks like Rick Montel lost a bet. He was talking shit in here about you, Tyler was. Talking shit.
Rick?
Yeah, he said that you wasn't going to make it on time. He's taking bets. I think he owes you a dinner at Lambert's.
Yes. Tyler, you owe me 2 dinners at Lambert's.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
No. You have to grow your beard back. Wait, Tyler, do you have your beard back?
I think he grew it back, actually. I
can't remember. I can never keep up. If it's there one unit, it's gone the next.
Yeah, it's its own thing, right? It's a lot.
Right. You would sound good, but you sound.
Thanks, Laramie. I appreciate that. You're so nice. Colonel Kane in here, Jay running around in PA today, Roval, Roseanne. What's up, man? All kinds of people in here. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, I remember, though, I think I ran into Tyler without his beard. I can't remember the time, Tyler, when I ran into you without your beard, and I was like, whoa, you're like a different human being.
Yeah, the first time I saw him, I think I swear, I'm trying to think of the last Gary con he went to. It seems like it's somewhere. Maybe he shaved it off after. I think it was after he stopped going to cons. And then I remember he changed his picture on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, God, he's good looking. That's what I thought, I thought, man, what's up,
with
Doug?
The beard.
Oh, look, there he is here. He's hanging out. I've never been to Lambert's. They keep teasing me about it. I know we've been talking about it.
Lambert's is
good. He texted me the other day.
Voluminous amounts of it.
Well, Tyler texted me today. He wants us to do a TrollCon there. I meet up
at Lambert's.
I'd go in a heartbeat, man.
That would be fun. Just like a little fun.
I know nothing about the place other than the pictures y'all have posted over the years. That's it.
Yeah, my idea on the TrollCons, like after we stopped doing the Lake Geneva Con and going like to cons, my idea on the TrollCons was just this: rather than like pick a place like Little Rock or anything like that, what we do is change the venue every year. And Kent and I just like pick a place that we want to go to and then just have a convention there.
No, honestly, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that, to be honest with you, because with us going, we've got Gary Con, Gamehole Con, Gen Con, Page in January. That's 4 big cons, because I think Page is going to grow really big for us. And there's also the potential for a 5th one. I mean, I'd love to do TrollCon big and everything every year, but I almost kind of like the idea you're talking about, just doing a pop-up con. We move around. Hey, Frank, good morning.
Yeah. Like, so
Johnny?
There's this place. I think there's this place between Denver and is Colorado Springs south of Denver? What's the big town south of Denver?
Colorado Springs.
It's Colorado Springs. What's north of Denver?
Death? No, I don't remember. I mean, I've been through there, but I can't remember. Let me look.
I get them all mixed up. But anyway, south south of Denver, there's like this Renaissance village thing.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it would be cool to have a little con like there or something like that. Like travel to that place and do a con, and then during the Ren Fair in Kansas City, have a little con at the Ren Fair during Kansas City one year, and then just like move around the country, and then like so we can hit every part of the country, and no one has to like whatever.
Dude,
You get
there's just south of me in Knoxville, Tennessee. There's a village down there that looks like a huge hobbit village, and you can go in it rooms to stay at. It's beautiful. It's pretty cool. And they do games there and stuff and everything. It's just like a kind of a retreat.
Yeah.
But they've got board games and stuff like that. But you could easily run a little small meetup there. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And then go to Europe one year and do it in a castle.
Now you tease me. Now you tease. I wish.
And people do that already. So
yeah,
we'd laid all this stuff out, but we're just like, no.
Yeah, we're looking forward to going. I'm gonna be there for sure. I'm not sure who I was going to be there. It's our first time there. And of course, Paige just started, so I don't know if Davis and Steve will be there this year. It'll probably just me and a smaller crew. But as we build games and interest, I'll get them out there. Besides, you can't pass up they have a Philly cheesesteak dinner for all the vendors the night before. I mean, you can't pass that up, man.
Yeah, I need to get my freaking flyer miles up.
Yes, a traveling troll con, Heather. That would be wonderful, I think. I think that would be cool.
I think that would be cool. I think that would be a cool idea. But I don't think Kent likes traveling that much anymore. So
no, he hates it.
Okay.
I'm still up for it, but I haven't reached that point yet.
Circus Kent.
Matt Berringer asked if you cold.
If I'm cold,
I am.
Okay, so this winter I decided not to use my heater. Now I have to use the space heater occasionally to so the pipes don't burst, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't used my heater all winter long. In my office, sometimes it is so cold in here that my hands are actually, like, after 5 minutes of typing, they actually start to get stiff because it's so cold.
It happens like that. Some days I'll cut the heat off to save money because I'm just like that. Mm-hmm. And then I'll forget because she'll be gone. And then she'll come back at like 1 and be like, what is going on in here? And it's like, 62 degrees or something. And I've just, I forgot. I'm over here like trying to type. I can't. My hands won't function.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. No one would even come over to my house. It was so cold after a while. But I didn't even realize it. After a while, you adjust to it fairly well up to about, I think, probably about 30 degrees. It can start to get uncomfortable.
Heather, you need to run some CNC there. We got to get you up straight here.
And fingers and ears. I don't like my ears to be cold. That's one thing.
I'll wear a any kind of a toboggan to cover my ears up for sure.
Yeah.
She said there's a
but
DVD. I didn't know that. I have to check into that. Go ahead. Sorry.
But it is instilled in me, and I lived out west for 10 years or so, and up in the mountains, and cold winters and stuff like that. But this is instilled in me. This winter has instilled in me gosh, so much respect for those people who live up in the northern latitudes, especially pre-industrial. And you had to go out and chop your wood every day, and it's 20 degrees outside. I don't know. It would be a long, hard winter.
That'd be crazy. Hey, yeah. Matt Berringer, you said, or Barringer, I always call you Berringer. I don't know why. They are having a D&D weekend at that place, Chuck. Which place are you talking about? I'm just curious.
The Hobbit Town.
Oh, really? I mean, I can see it. So. Well, that's within driving distance of me. I'm going to MythicCon next weekend for us. Well, not for us, but I'm going to scout it out. We've got some guys. We actually have a guy in Nebraska that flies out to North Carolina and runs games there every year. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Stronghold, what's going down? Look, good to see you, buddy. Oak Dragon's in here. There's a bunch of people rolling through.
Someone's having a
maybe
haunted little Hobbit village type thing, I think.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there. They're kind of neat, go over the weekend or whatever, What I wanted to do was actually go and like dress up as a hobbit, not tell anyone, and just start coming out of the house and I live there and freak out tourists, Come over to them. Hey, how long you been here? You like their village?
I could dress up as a hobo gnome.
Hobo gnome. That's some funny stuff. Okay, cool, dude. Hey, send it to me. Hold on. Send it to me. Hold on a second. It's complicated. I can't actually check messages through this software, but what we can do. Oh, wrong browser. Here we go. Send the link over here, Matt, and then I'll drop it in. I can drop it in that way. Let's see. My gaming group, Rick Montel, my girlfriend, her adult son and daughter, and her 7-year-old grandson just finished our second session. They successfully completed the Hallowed Ring. Oh, even crazier than playing is the other 2 grandkids and a boxer running around the table. Spilled baby bottle water at nearly taking out a character sheet, and grandkids rolling dice off the table as we begin to play through Dark Journey. I see. What's up, Captain K, man? I saw you join the Discord the other day.
Table. Eureka Springs has Hobbit Caves and a Harry. Really?
That's cool. I don't know where Eureka Springs is.
Springs in Arkansas?
Oh, in Arkansas. Okay.
Is that
It's cold.
Oh, I haven't been to Eureka Springs in like 4 or 5 years. I didn't know that.
I've never been. I'm slowly but surely learning parts of Arkansas over time.
Eureka Springs is really a cool place. I used to hang out there a lot. The what did they call it? The Swiss Village of Arkansas or something like that. Anyway, I do believe Eureka Springs was initially settled by some people from Switzerland or Germany.
So they've got one of those things going on where the town looks like it, everything.
Yeah, it has a lot of, and it was, really developed in the late 18th century, late 1800s and early 1900s. So you have all this really, 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 really cool architecture. At least the old portion of the city and stuff like that. And it's in this hill, the valley, and you got these really it's a really cool place. I really like it. It's one of my favorite places in Arkansas. It's one of the most picturesque towns in Arkansas.
There's a town in North Carolina that me and the wife go to sometimes. Well, it's Georgia actually. It's on the border. It's called Helen, Georgia. And in the 50s or 60s, there was a guy who settled there. It was a lumber town, right? And he was a philanthropist, and he loved it because it was hidden away in North Carolina mountains. It was beautiful. But the problem was the lumber industry started drying up. The town was dying. Yeah. So he had a meeting with everybody. He had a town hall and convinced the whole town to change their whole town into a Swiss themed town. Even the homes, everything. So when you go there now, it's like you drive over a hill and you're in Switzerland, right? It's crazy. They got like Oktoberfest and all that. And I'm telling you, that's really cool. But if you get out drinking, like I did one night with my wife, I couldn't find my way back, or she couldn't find her way back because I was drunk, and everything looked the same. The hotels, everything. We pulled up to our hotel, and it was a Wendy's. It took us forever to get home. It was a rough night. She's like, "You're never drinking again. You gotta drive," And I was like, "Oh," I was laughing about it, I don't give
You're
a
never
shit.
drinking again.
Yeah, she was mad. It was funny.
Yeah,
but it's a great place, wonderful place. I love places like that, man. There was one out in Leavenworth, when I lived out in Seattle. There was one out in Washington called Leavenworth. It was pretty cool up the mountains. Pretty neat. Oh, you got married there? That's cool, dude. That is really cool. Yes, Johnny Hall. We cannot wait for the Kickstarter stuff. I want it to hurry up in the end so I can get back to regular work. It's already interrupting my work schedule.
Ouray, Arkansas, or Ouray, Colorado. Another one of my favorite places on this planet.
Really?
Okay. Yes, it is south of Montrose. And just as you head up into the mountains at the bottom of that pass, Silverton? It goes up to Silverton. Ouray is another magical place on this planet. Absolutely magical. And there's that hot springs on the way. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, that's Ancient Lore. Okay. Sorry.
What?
Yeah, this is the
before
place.
You get into Ouray, there's a hot springs, a little thing like that.
There's that place I was talking about, Davis, in the link there in Twitch, Ancient Lore Village. That's the place in Knoxville.
Oh, okay.
It'd be kind of neat. Oh, she tried to put it.
I'm getting all these places mixed up now.
I don't know anything about Arkansas other than I know where you live, and I know where Tim lives, and I know where the cabins are, and I know where Steve lives, and that's about it, really. And I also know where the jail is. But actually, that's a different story.
I'm trying to think of this place I worked on the border of Colorado and Wyoming. I can't right now. Another really cool place.
There's some cool places out there for sure.
Yeah, and there's a town called Uranium or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, Chris Johnson said it's supposed to be healing powers of the springs there. Huh. Oh, wow. Ouray, Telluride, Silverton, and down to Durango. Spent my honeymoon there.
Yes, that is absolutely. And when I was out in Silverton, because I worked out there for like 4 years, I worked out in the Silverton area. The land prices in Silverton were next to freaking nothing. And I should have just taken a year's paycheck and just bought me several acres, because apparently the land prices now are in the millions of dollars. And Uray, yeah, anyway, I brought a lot of good memories.
Laramie said, I'll just be up here in Iowa.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go out there, though. You know, Mel was living out there, but she's moving to, I think she's moving to Minnesota or somewhere. I don't know. There's somebody else out there. Oh, wait a minute. Is that where I went for that con last year that I went to, Laramie? Not yours, but the way I went to Brian's place. Yeah, it's in Iowa, too. Waterloo's where I went to. Or outside
Waterloo.
Yeah, Waterloo, yeah. Outside
they should put up a big statue of Napoleon in Waterloo.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Welcome! Right?
Is that what you got now?
I'm back again. 3 times a charm. 3 times a charm. Yeah. He just won't stop coming back. Anyway.
Right.
Great corn zuck on us, Mazzola.
You could have like a hotel called St. Helena, you know, and stuff. You have all these really cool stuff.
Yeah, they have like the saddest reenactment ever, you know.
Yeah, right.
Well, they have 2. One where he kicks major ass, and then one where he goes back.
Yeah. Oh, and they would have to have like a what is that meal called? Isn't it beef Wellington, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the major fair in that town for that holiday or whatever. Everybody serves beef Wellington at all the restaurants, even like McDonald's. They have like a beef Wellington.
Yeah, no, that'd be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious.
That'd be fun.
You could just turn America into a theme park. I mean, like we have.
It already is, kind of, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I read something about that the other day. America's turning into a theme park. Anyway,
that's pretty funny. Well, I'm Chuck Cumbo, Community Director for Troller Games. This is David Chenault, co-creator of Castle Crusades. And we really didn't introduce ourselves. Most of y'all know us, but there's probably some new folk out there. We are running a raffle this morning for some $10 PDF codes off the store. If you want to enter, please give us a follow, Explore Sport Raffle. If you're over on Facebook or if you're over on YouTube, unfortunately, we can't, you'll have to come over here to enter the giveaway if you want to enter, because unfortunately, it won't let us do like cross stuff. In fact, Facebook doesn't even repeat half the stuff that I put in the channel, which is really weird. They're like seriously, no, they're like seriously against like I don't know who over there is making decisions, but whatever, it doesn't work. There's the link right there if you want to come over. Let's see what we got going on here. So this morning we were going to talk about some world building stuff, but we got off on a different tangent. Now we're talking about restaurants and stuff. Somebody just posted in here. Who was that? Matt did. The Pancake Restaurant Hot Springs is the best. Oh. You lucky what is it? Is it Arkansans? Isn't that correct? Right? Isn't that the right way to put it?
No, it's Lords of the World.
Oh God. Jesus.
Kings of Creation.
I can't win with you. I used to call it, before I met you guys, I used to call it Arkansonians.
It's Arkansasiers.
Arkansasiers. I don't know. That stuff gets very confusing. But anyways, Davis has never known to go out. No, I know.
Arkansas.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a horse thief.
Oh, yeah. He was a ladies' man. There's all kinds of stuff. It's funny when you look back at the heroes of the ancient days and you really find out about him. You're like, hey, that guy was a real jerk. It's like,
yeah.
But you get fame for the stuff.
I think that's why I got ran out of Arkansas. He was a horse thief or something like that. I can't remember. Johnny Cash is also from Arkansas.
I did know that.
And there's some other people from Arkansas as well.
You know, Hank Williams, before he died, the last place he stopped was here where I live. Came here and and Steve would love this story. He actually literally stopped and got a cheeseburger.
Oh, really? Did he?
Yeah. Yep. Oh. He did. The place is still here. I got pictures of him and stuff in there. But yeah, after that, he got in the car and left, and I think he died. He either died, I don't think he passed away in the car or when he got to the hotel or what, but that was his last stop. Yeah. It's weird how you learn a little odd history about places in the country and everything. But actually, what's really weird, if you want to hear an ironic part of it, is Bristol, Tennessee is where they did the very first, most people think it was Nashville, but the very first country recordings were done in Bristol, actually. This is where it's called, what's called the birthplace of country music. Yeah, it was fairly done here. which is funny. But Bristol's not got the connections that Nashville does, so there you go.
No.
You got to go where the money's at, right?
Oh yeah. Trade routes.
Yeah. Hey Matt, let's see. I read a Call of Cthulhu game last year and set it in Oklahoma. It was a lot of fun researching the state for its history, fame, and supernatural prompts to incorporate the ideal I had to. They've got that Dark Trails version I love, and I actually have played that a few times. That's the Western, pretty horrific stuff. Oh, by the way, before I think about it, I'm going to be emailing you today. I've got you on my list, so I'll be just watch for the email. I haven't been avoiding you; I've just been busy, but I'll get you. Cancel. Oh, that's what they're talking about. It. Wisconsin, Minnesota. Dave Arnson's group may have been the birthplace of RPGs, but I think TLG has put Arkansas on the gaming map. Well, that's very true. Most people think, and this is interesting, since I've come to work, I've been at the work company now 6 years. Everybody right across assumes I live in Arkansas now. They think Jason lives in Arkansas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they think everybody lives in Arkansas, which is funny because technically, as of right now, it's just you and Steve, I think, right? Well, Wilson, I guess, because shipping.
Yes.
But you know what I mean. You know, it's interesting how it's kind of
Yeah.
split out. Hey, Unremarkable Flesh Bag. I love that name. Good morning to you.
Yeah, the work remotely has well, it's benefited us significantly.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The fact that we're able to do it this way. I mean, I know that Steve goes on, and I fuss too about wishing we had a working office, but this is kind of nice the way it works out. So, you know. I'm not sure what would be better. Yeah, and it allows us. Because I don't know if he could handle working around me and you all the time. I think he would lose his mind. So.
No, Kent and I tried working in the office together, and it just doesn't work. We argue all the time.
Yeah.
We get off on, like, we don't like yell and scream, argue. We get into a discussion, and the discussions last forever, and they're never about anything important. It's like,
right.
Well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, no, I don't think that. Blah 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 blah, and it can last for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Like, yes. No, there's the famous McDonald's argument, but there are others. A discussion about, well,
McDonald's argument.
Yes. Then Napoleon's brigade at one of these battles in Germany. I was like, well, if he had just sent this brigade this way, it would have turned out differently. He's like, no, you got it all wrong, and blah, blah, blah. It lasts for days.
See, here's the problem. You got to argue with Steve about stuff like, Eastern history, you know what I mean? Or American history. He doesn't know jack shit. But when you go into Germany and over in the European, that's where you get in trouble there. And also, because he's all about Germany, not shit. You know that. So
yeah,
I can see it. I'll bring stuff up sometimes. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I know the look. The look is he's like, I don't remember. That's been college.
Yeah, my history's sort of messy. I mean, I've read a lot of history, but it wasn't like my major area of like study.
Yeah.
Mine was anthropology and archaeology. So I know that there's crossover, but yeah, Kate can tag me on this history stuff all the time.
Yeah, I used to be so good at it too because when I taught school for 10 years, and so I was I got to the point where I could just, if it had anything to do with U.S. history or anything to do with like, actually I was really into U.S. history really well, and I liked Western European expansion and that kind of thing, and I did a lot of stuff with like Asian stuff like that. I took special classes on that kind of stuff, concentration classes and stuff, but I didn't dive into like Habsburg and all that stuff like he did. He really got into that stuff. He really liked it a lot. I can't remember shit anymore though. I really can't. It's awful. Oh really? You said you're located? I get that.
Walton's territory.
Yeah, I know the Waltons. Are you talking about Michael? You talking about Zudrak? Laramie? Just wondering. I need to talk to Michael. Oh, having to argue with Steve that Rush is a good band. Yeah, I'm sure that he would probably argue with that, but they're my favorite Canadian band. How you like that? Not that matters really.
How many Canadian bands do you know?
I don't know. I have no clue. When I was growing up as a kid, this is how I discovered Rush. I discovered Led Zeppelin and Sears' music section with the albums. A buddy of mine came up to me and showed me one of their albums, and I got into them. I think I might have been 15. But anyway, Rush, I'll never forget this. I was like, man, I don't know, 13, 14 years old.